Yeah.
We're in.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah, we did it. What's
They're
going
like,
on, guys?
what's going on?
What's up,
Oh.
Jason? Hey, Kev,
this
hey,
is-
Sean.
Hey. Oh, really exciting day, guys. It's been a really fun past couple weeks organizing this charity auction. We've had so many amazing partners that have donated such incredible collectibles, and we get to see it finally come to fruition today in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So everyone out there, just so you know, we scattered the actual auctions every 5 minutes. So we're going to be able to watch each auction end, and then we'll go on to the next one and see how it finishes. And also, Spencer's going to tally the total at the bottom, and we're going to keep track of the total that we're going to be donating. So we're very excited for all of this to happen today. Really excited. And of course, our amazing guest, Up Crypto, Jason. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, hey,
Hey,
guys.
Jason. What's going on, dude?
Thanks
Good
so
to
much for
see
coming
all
in.
your faces.
Good to see you too, buddy.
You too.
And first off, I want to give a big shout out to, of course, the First Responders Children's Foundation.
Yes.
Amazing nonprofit. 100% of the proceeds today are going to go to the nonprofit.
So
And
make
this
sure
is
you
not-
get your bids in.
Make sure it's a bid on amazing collectibles for an amazing cause.
Yes.
It's so cool. So cool. This foundation was founded by Alfred Kahn, and it's run by a stellar team. Massive shout out to the entire team. And we had Jillian on, the president and CEO of the foundation, on our channel, and she's just the best. She's fantastic. And it was such a blast talking to her about the foundation, the work, the hard work that they do every day. And
Yeah,
I'm very
and
excited.
learning about Al's connection to it and why he started
Yeah.
it. And yeah, it's
It's beautiful. So there's a lot of ways to get involved. If you don't know winning any collectibles today, you can always donate to the charity foundation. They're an amazing foundation that does amazing work. So very excited to collaborate with them on this.
Yeah, major kudos to you guys for doing that. That's really, man, that's really awesome. Really, really awesome.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. And also we have some really cool, exciting announcements, including our brand new website. Boom!
yeah. Look at
Check
that.
that out. Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It looks
good.
fantastic. It came together really well. So this is a website that's dedicated to collectors and collaborators. And we worked really hard to get this website going. We have an amazing partner that's involved in this as well that we're going to be announcing soon. And it's been an absolute blast working on this website. And we also just launched our first newsletter today that we're going to be doing bi-weekly. Yeah. Very excited for that. Very excited. Yeah. Thank you so
Don't forget
much.
to sign up for that.
Yeah,
It's
make sure to sign up for the newsletter. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We have a combination of a lot of things, including blog entries. We have updates on the collectible space, a lot of news, our recent videos. So everything, it's fantastic. It's really, really cool. It came out really well.
Yeah. If you go to comicsandcrypto.io, then you can sign up for a newsletter on our website.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, for our next newsletter, the second edition, we're going to be doing an exclusive giveaway for just the people who are on the newsletter list. So make sure you get yourself on the list before then.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And a big shout out to all of our partners on this charity auction. So we're going to pivot back to the charity auction today that we're running. And man, look at all these incredible collectibles.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing things on here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see where all this goes. And man, and that comic, it's got over 1,100. It's going up. It's going up.
I still think that it's going to go more than that.
I would think so too. Think so too. Deservingly so. This comic, man, just the signatures alone. We talked to Sean, the senior creator over at CGC. Big shout out to him. It was really awesome having him on the podcast. And we talked about that comic and the process of what it would take to get this thing signed. If you did it on your own, you would have to, at every show, you'd have to get it signed, graded. Then you have to get it cracked again, signed, graded, cracked again. So 43 signatures for some of the biggest Marvel artists and writers in history are on this comic. It's a truly unique piece. Very special. Very special. And man, I estimated probably cost about $2,000 to $3,000 alone just to get those signatures and also the regrading process. So very, very, very impressive collectible.
Plus,
I've already been outbid tremendously. I don't have a chance anymore. So I'm just gonna leave it all to y'all now.
Plus, think about all the soft costs that goes into doing that. I mean, think about if you're like, okay, I'm going to replicate that. What do I actually have to do that? You have to travel. You have to find these individuals, not, you're talking about, 3,000 plus just on the signatures, but all the other soft costs that are involved in getting that, that is a spectacular piece. Spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And a big shout out to all of our partners for this charity auction. And this includes, these are donations from these amazing companies and people. CGC Comics, Beckett, Rewind Grading, CGA, McFarlane Toys, Eric Whiteback, aka the Collectibles Guru. We had him on the podcast as well. It was awesome catching up with you, Eric. You're such a great guy. Sleeping Comics, enough said, legend, amazing guy who's donating his OG hat and also his and 30 minutes, the 30-minute Zoom call, which is really cool, and an awesome comic. Lori Brenner, of course, Queen Vivi, you're absolutely just the best. And thank you for hosting that Twitter space the other day. That was a blast. And Simon, big shout out to Simon for donating the Funko that's signed by Al Khan, David Yu, and Dan Crothers.
Yeah.
Will with the NFTs. Big shout out to our friend Will for donating the cards. Ethan Soretsky, big shout out to Ethan for donating the amazing painting, Magic the Gathering, original Magic the Gathering painting. We'll dive into the collectibles in a bit. And of course, Jason. Jason's also a donor. Very cool.
Always.
There it is right there. His Star Wars collectible. That's coming from the collection of Jason Rendall, aka Up Crypto.
Hey.
Man, and again, kudos to you guys for putting this on and getting all these folks to donate. I mean, you guys have really come together and it's cool to see how you guys have grown in the last couple of years. And it's also cool, all the connections that you guys have made. And I'm excited to see what happens for you guys over the next couple of years.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
We're
It's very humbling. It's been a lot of fun making so many friends, over the past couple of years and so many different mediums, on the digital side and the physical side. It's been a blessing. It really has been. Very exciting.
Speaking of friends, what up, Bill? How's it going, Bill?
Hey, thanks for joining.
What up, the Comic Father?
Comic Father.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sean, by the way, your screen is totally black right now. I don't know if that's the same for everyone
for
else.
a bit, and then you went black. We heard you, but
am I back now?
No, we can still hear you, but your screen's totally black, so we can't see you.
Okay.
Maybe it's better for our viewers, but
I'm gonna reset and come back in.
Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh man.
So Jason, are you bidding on anything specific today? Anything you're really going for? I know maybe you don't want to say, but
no, there's actually so that art piece, the Magic the Gathering art piece, that's really cool.
Back.
Back.
I don't know why. Just sometimes when I reset it or refresh the page, it works fine. I don't get it. I'm getting like a 200 megabyte speed right now, so I'm like, that's enough, right?
Yeah.
Is that not enough? 200 megabytes?
Are you using Safari or Google?
I'm using Chrome.
You have all those collectibles in the background, man. It can't handle it.
Yeah. All the beauty.
There's too much value.
There's way too much value. We can't handle the value.
So Jason, though, you were saying that you're eyeing the Lord of the Magic the Gathering rather.
That painting, that's phenomenal. I think that so the Funko Pop, the chart was the Alcon sign pop. Oh man, that's really cool.
Yeah.
The comic is awesome. I think it's worth. I mean, I don't want to say price, but I think 1,000 is really super cheap for that.
Yeah.
That Pokemon VHS, man, that is that's one that we've talked about a lot in videos past and podcasts past, where you're like, hey, what are some of the things you're speculating on? Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the Pokemon cards. So that some of those cards are worth, tremendous amounts of money. So for me, it's such a popular IP. Probably, up there is one of the biggest collectible brands. And so to have a factory sealed VHS tape is pretty significant. So
and to have it signed by Alcon,
that's amazing. Yeah, it is.
And I like that the average collector of Pokemon though doesn't even understand the significance of Al with the history of Pokemon and all that. So I think if the history starts to come out a little bit more, I think people are going to get especially excited about this.
Yeah. And that's part of like what you guys are doing. You guys are educating, collectors on the nuances of why a lot of this stuff is, that could be potentially valuable and relevant, and why you should look at some of these things. So it's definitely awesome.
I actually spent a little time doing research on past sales for this specific graded tape. And the highest sale I could find was on Heritage Auctions, and it was for about $850. It was around $800. And it was a VGA 85.
Okay.
So I anticipate this is probably close to around that grade. What do you think, Jason? Around 9 to 9.4, around there, or 9.2?
Let's see.
For an 85?
A 9.0 and probably like an 80. I would say 80 plus to an 85. Yeah. In that
okay
range.
Yeah, so it's about the same. Yeah, very cool. Cool.
But honestly, me personally, I think those prices are a little soft. I mean, I think they're soft because of the economy that we're in, and I think it's soft because it's we're early to so I think there's going to be a lot of kind of upward trajectory in these things for many reasons. So
absolutely. And just to answer the Comic Father's question really quick, will you guys be streaming the VHS auction tomorrow? 1000%. We actually have 2 tapes of our own on there as well. We're excited to see where those go. It's our first time collaborating with Heritage. Big shout out to them. They're fantastic. And especially Jay over there runs the VHS department. He's a great guy. And we're definitely going to be having a live stream tomorrow for that. I believe it's going to start at 3:30 p.m. PST.
Yeah. Man, you guys have just been crushing the VHS market. I mean, newsworthy across the board. Just the stuff you guys are getting, the signatures, the first prints, the condition. Man, that is so impressive.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, and this tape is really special. I needed to ask Al. I never asked him, have you signed a VHS tape before? I wish I asked him that, but I'll definitely ask him next time I talk to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first one he's actually signed. But
it could be
again,
the first,
I'm not 100%. This is very cool, and it was so super fun. We got this signed at New York Comic Con personally, and we got
gold logo party. Yeah.
And it's so funny when he's signing it. He's like, "Gotta catch them all," and it's also inscribed, "Gotta catch them all" on there, and of course the signature. So whoever does end up winning this, I'll make sure to send you that video. So you have that video of him signing it.
That's awesome.
So you can own that, which is very rare. You don't have an opportunity to have your own collectible video of your own collectible being signed.
Sean, maybe once this one is coming towards the end, once we get into that 5 minutes, maybe we can show the video.
Show the clip. I need to find that. I think it could be. Definitely. I know I for sure have it on Twitter, so I'll be sure to look for that and find it.
We'll find it. Yeah,
we'll find it. Yeah.
On this Pokemon VHS too, for anybody who's your audience might be heavy comic graded collectors, or they have a good understanding, but when you start getting into like VHS and video games, these 9.0 is a very, very good grade. It's tough to get 9.0 or anything higher just is infinitely harder to get. So these are very, very good grades.
Definitely.
So we made sure to get a nice, good quality, good grade tape for this one. We wanted this to be special.
And it's Charizard. Everyone loves Charizard.
Everyone loves Charizard. And just so everyone out there knows, we had a couple issues with shipping, and I wasn't able to change it. So these 3 collectibles are actually going to be extended out a little bit longer. These top 2 are going to end on Friday, which is tomorrow.
Right. So during our stream tomorrow, we'll
actually good point.
Yeah,
definitely. And then this one is going to end on Saturday. So big shout out to VGA and McFarlane Toys for collaborating on this collectible. We were able to acquire this one at New York Comic Con as well. So actually
San Diego.
Apologies, San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah. And these are limited. Those were limited. There's very few of those.
And it's also uncirculated, which is really which is
dope.
Which I think is going to be a big deal for collectors in the long term. Yeah. It's another way of differentiating value. Jason, do you want to dive a little bit deeper into the uncirculated concept?
Yeah, so there's a few things that I want to add on this. So the uncirculated concept, for those who don't know, is that if you submit a manufactured factory sealed case, there is a chance that you can get uncirculated added to the grade. And what that and it's a very, very, very rigorous process that AFA puts the actual factory sealed case. So it doesn't necessarily have to come direct from the manufacturer. So I actually have I wish I had pulled a couple. I don't know where, but I've got a couple like factory sealed cases that have Atari games that have been, sitting around for decades. And so they put those under the microscope and make sure that they're actual factory sealed cases. So they haven't been tampered with, they haven't been opened, etc. And then they also double check to make sure that they're authentic factory cases, and not remade. And so they've got the expertise that, because I've actually submitted some that I thought were factory sealed cases, and there was a little bit of, they were slightly opened, etc., and they did not get uncirculated. So the older stuff seems to do extremely well uncirculated, because if you have like old Atari, cases, you just don't see the uncirculated stuff as much. I think that the only real market that we see outside of like the graded toys and some of the video games and now VHS tapes might be like the coin market, where you have uncirculated graded coins.
Right.
And if you delve into the data on there, you'll see that there's a massive premiums on uncirculated coinage, money, etc. There's a couple things I want to add on this piece too. First of all, it's an AFA 9.0. This was pulled from factory sealed case. The challenge is that even when you have a manufactured factory sealed case, you'll have some potential damage to items, shipping, dings, dents, manufacturer flaws, etc. So this is a 9.0. So that gets the gold seal, and that's really, really tough to get. I've submitted manufactured sealed cases where there was like 3 items or 6 items. And, sometimes I get like an 8.5, a 9.0, and maybe the best I get is a 9.25 out of all of them. And so,
and those are factory sealed, which theoretically should be the best you should be able to get.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people think like, oh, if they came from straight from a factory sealed case, why aren't you getting a 10? You'll never, hardly ever, maybe not at all see a 10, because you have to think like it needs to be perfect. They're scrutinizing this under, a microscope. So this is a super good grade. A lot of collectors collect like, when it comes to like AFA graded toys, you'll get a lot of collectors that are like, I want an 85 plus, which is an 8.5, which is a silver. You have a lot of those collectors. And then kind of the next level up are folks that collect 9.0s and above. And that's, it gets to be pretty expensive to collect 9.0s and above. But also the fact that there's, this is a limited one that's graded like this. And then the other caveat is, man, this is like this piece is a sleeper for me. I think that, this has, long-term collectability potential, because it's Ted. Come on.
It's Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. It's Ted Lasso.
Who doesn't want this?
You can't not look at this collectible and not smile.
There are definitely more than 20,000 people in the world that want this.
Yeah. And then the other piece to this is like, I'm sorry, but there's not a lot of people getting this graded. And so when you think about it, you're like, okay, what does something like this do 5 years from now? Yeah. So it's just something to throw out there.
And then also uncirculated on top of that.
Yeah. Very cool piece. Yeah. And this Magic the Gathering painting, it's an original painting. It's super special. Super special. That's crazy. Yeah. Big shout out to Ethan for donating this collectible. And it's a concept art from a Magic the Gathering artist, Gary Riddell. And it's, like I mentioned, it's original. It's a 16 by 18 painting. It comes in the frame, and it's just gorgeous. It's very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't bid on that one. I think you should
just leave it alone. Don't worry.
Leave it alone.
What's that? No, that painting is fantastic. So pricing is so underrated right now. Disclosure. I want that one. So
So first up, we have this awesome Shaquille O'Neal album. this is the first album that he released his rookie year as well. So it's not just his first album, but it's also his rookie year in the NBA from 1983. And a big shout out to Rewind Grading, Dan and Callum over at Rewind Grading for donating this collectible, along with donating the grading for the Pokemon VHS tape. Yeah. They donated both for this charity auction. Big shout out to them. Awesome guys. And this one's going to end in 4 minutes. So get those bids in, guys.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. I think especially since he's like continued his music career as a DJ, like I feel like this is like especially cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a lot of things. He's an announcer, he's an analyst, he's doing a lot of things. Yeah, in the NBA. Yeah, he's acting. I watched actually an Adam Sandler film the other day, and he was in it. What was the one where they go to Africa? He actually plays a friend that he works with at Dick's Sporting Goods. Shaquille O'Neal's Shaquille. It's actually really good. It's really good.
It's like a newer, like one of the newer Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, it came out about 5 to 10 years ago. It's with Drew Barrymore. It's really cute. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. But Shaquille O'Neal is hilarious in it. And he's a coworker at Dick's Sporting Goods, and he's a friend of his. He crushed it.
This looks good. Like it's like Rewind. It's clean. It looks nice.
Oh yeah.
I like nice.
I really like Rewind's labels and the way they.
Yeah, their labels are awesome.
It's good, man. It looks really good.
Yeah,
I see a lot of their stuff. You know. So that's good. I think they're doing pretty well.
Yeah. It's neat because it's like they got information on the back of them that have like little trivia pieces and stuff like that. So it's really good.
They're able to put a lot of information on their labels without making it feel overly impacted, which is really hard to do. And on top of that, their cases are incredible quality and they protect your item very well. They even had a video that released that you could drive a car over the case and it keeps the collectible safe.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Very secure case.
Cool. Yeah, so it's very secure and safe inside of their cases for sure. So we have less than 2 minutes left on this one. Make sure to get those bids in, guys. It's going to a great cause.
Yeah,
I actually saw an interview. I forget who was doing the interview, but Shaq was being interviewed, and they were talking about bowling. And Shaq was like, "Oh no, I only do ghetto bowling." And the interviewer was like, "What's ghetto bowling?" It was like, "Oh, you put up the rails and you call your shot." So it's like you say like three bounces to a spare or something like that, or like two bounce strike or whatever. And
so I did ghetto bowling as a kid. Is that what you're telling me?
I guess so.
Well,
cool. That doesn't just sound fascinating, but I wish I could hear Shaquille O'Neal explain it.
It's worth watching. I forget who did the interview. I don't know, but yeah,
that's awesome.
Shaq's awesome.
Whoever wins this is going to get a good value. Whatever price point it goes to
right now, but man, like
that's. I don't even know if 50 covers the original grade cost, but
just barely,
the tape market is just so early, and
it's blowing up though.
Yeah,
it's
all of this stuff is really going to start, becoming more mainstream soon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's got the hype sticker on it too, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I'm with you, man. I'm very excited for the music industry for sure, and I mean just in general, the sealed media market. Period. I'm just excited about it all. Video games have been crushing. Cassettes, I think, are very much on the upside, and CDs, I think, will come into play soon. And we saw Taylor Swift sign CD. She signed a bunch of CDs and sold them, and they've been going for about $100 to $150 on eBay. But there was a graded one that sold on Golden for over $2,000, and it was like an 8.5 grade. It wasn't a really high grade. It just shows the validation. One and $50.
$50. Wow!
Congratulations to the winner.
Somebody got a seal for whoever got that. Congratulations!
Yeah.
Seriously.
Congratulations!
Wow! Congrats on that.
And we should have put a bid on that one.
Next up, we have a 1992 Topps Michael Jordan card, PSA 9. Big shout out to our good friend Will with the NFTs. He donated this card along with a LeBron James card that's up next.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan, man. And I've said I was literally even outside of this, I was just watching highlights of Michael Jordan in his career, and this guy is he's the
Michael
best.
Jordan, people. Come on.
Michael Jordan, he's the best. Yeah.
Bulls 23. Come on.
Do you have a shoe line named after you? I don't think so. Michael
the
Jordan.
most popular shoe line in all human history.
Did you guys see Air? Did you guys see Jason? Did you see Air?
I didn't see it.
I know you saw it, Kevin. I saw it with you.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just saying it's good.
Yeah, it is awesome. It is really, really good.
Okay.
I mean,
what is that you have up there? Is it a movie poster or?
It's a poster we got from the film. Yeah, when we saw it at AMC, and the film just basically highlights Nike going all in on Michael Jordan, which is crazy. But it didn't just save their it didn't save them in the NBA industry, but just in general, they took over.
I saw that. Oh yeah,
I mean, they were hoping. I think don't hold me to the numbers, Kevin. Maybe you remember, but they were hoping to make like I think $50 million or something like that.
I can't remember. Like it was some small number.
I mean, it was $5 million. I think it was $5 million, something like that. And they ended up making like a few hundred million that first year. Yeah. Michael Jordan wasn't allowed to wear the shoes that he was wearing. So they're getting fined like $1,500 a game. And in the NBA, there's like 100+ games in a season. So they're finding him like crazy until Jordan became Jordan, and they're like, okay, well, we can't find him anymore. But it's a really cool film that shows when somebody has a certain level of conviction for a player. And Michael Jordan wasn't like that. He was like maybe top 5 recruited player, but there are other players above him. Above him that people were looking at. And this one guy who worked for Nike was like, no, Michael Jordan is the guy. You have to go for Michael Jordan. And the rest is history. And it literally changed Nike. It made them the coolest brand in the world. Literally. And then they came out with Air Jordan. And I think they make $5 million a day. Something like that now. It's probably way more than that. I think it's like, do you remember? Gosh, I wish I remember the statistics at the end of the film. They showed the numbers. It blew my mind. So I think it's like probably way more than that. I'm pretty confident. If anybody out there knows the numbers and saw the film, please comment so we can.
If you want to Google it real quick.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to do that.
Did you guys ever? Did you guys ever wear Jordans?
No. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you?
No.
Really? I never got into them. It was never my style.
I never got into the brands like that.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan alone makes an estimated $400 million per year. Just Michael Jordan from Nike's iconic Air Jordan brand.
Wow.
Just casually,
just for the use of his name in the brand, and he's no longer involved probably in doing really anything. It's just now those are some pretty good residuals. Holy shit!
What's crazy too is that this stuff was unheard of, getting royalties for athletes. Athletes never got royalties, and his mom told Nike, "No, we want royalties."
Yeah,
and it paid off. It paid off. Big time paid off.
Don't watch the movie anymore. Just letting you know.
Less than 1 minute left. Make sure to get those bids in, guys. This is going to a great cause. 100% of the proceeds are going to charity. So get those bids in. And again, a big shout out to Will with the NFTs for donating this awesome card. And I believe we have the LeBron James card up next. Got 40 seconds left.
Let's go.
Yeah, make sure to see Air. You got to see Air. It's really good. Yeah. Matt Damon crushed that role, and it was directed by Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to see it. I mean, you got the whole playthrough, but yeah.
I didn't talk about the drama. Notes? Yeah, that was basically, I gave you the premise.
That was the premise. That is the whole movie, Sean. That's the literal entire point of that movie.
I just ruined it. Well, we all know it's we all know where it goes. We know it's
sure.
Yeah, everyone out there, I'm sorry. I spoil movies pretty often because I get excited and stuff, and I just start talking. Sold. All right, $33.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, Spencer, so where we at?
Got their oh shit.
It's okay. We're at $83 right now. We're at $83.
Spencer, you had one job.
Hold on. Just wait. Just wait. It's gonna be so cool. Just wait.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
The tally's up. 83 race so far.
There it is.
Let's go.
Basic arithmetic. I haven't done math since like high school, so I'm gonna do what I can.
Fine.
I know it's just adding numbers, but
I'm a spreadsheet guy. What can I say? We're spreadsheet guys. We're spreadsheet guys.
I got my handy dandy calculator ready.
Next up, we have a 2019 Hoops Premium Stock LeBron James Purple Disco PSA 9. Very cool looking card. If you're a fan of the Lakers or the NBA in general, of course, LeBron James, this is a great addition to your collection and a great gift to any fan. Very cool collectible. And again, big shout out to Will with the NFTs for donating this card. Big shout out to Will.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron James. I mean, it's kind of fitting too. I loved how he donated a LeBron James and a Michael Jordan card because there's a big debate between who's the GOAT between the two.
Yeah.
It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I mean, they're both amazing in their own ways, and they've accomplished so much in their careers. It's tough. I mean, it's not like the NFL where now it's Tom Brady. You know, it's obvious because of the records that he holds, but also the number of championships that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the most now. So there's no arguing. Being a Niner fan, that hurts my heart a little bit with Joe Montana, but what can I say?
I know.
Here we are. So we got 3 minutes left in this one. Make sure you get those bids in, guys. This is a very cool card.
Yes.
Man, so we got some pretty interesting news today with Bat Cows. Jason, do you want to take us through that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's massive news. Massive news. So if you're a cowl holder now, they announced that they're they should have sent everybody who owns a cowl an email. And basically, they are providing a physical comic book, and they're going to ship it anywhere in the world, and also a digital comic book. So one, that's really, really cool. Two, it kind of it leaves the conversation completely wide open. So it's like, now what's next? Like, they could create. I mean, why would they only do one physical comic? So it just makes sense to continue that trend, and that's big news for the holders. That's big news for the project. I think there was a lot of conversations wrapped around Twitter and some spaces, and so really, really cool, really, really cool.
So excited for the future of the digital market, and we saw Vivi do that with the Marvel Funkos. It's Marvel. Those did very, very well. They sold out. The digital collectibles have been crushing. It's been really exciting. Really exciting. By the way, did anyone get a secret rare, the first #1 mint of the secret rare? Was there ever an announcement for that?
I don't think so.
I haven't heard. No.
That's crazy. I just realized that.
Open it, or it's just
wow. Because we saw one for the ultra rare. We saw one for the common. We saw. I don't know if I think so for the uncommon as well, but not for the secret rare, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. No.
We got less than 90 seconds, guys. Make sure to get those bids in. It's going to a great cause.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's going to be such exciting times going forward. From here on out. After the holiday, so all the stuff that's happening over the holidays, and then you've got, hopefully we start dropping some higher end AR and mixed reality glasses, and there's so many things that they can do. You say, hey, I say I'm bullish on the space and digital collectibles, et cetera. And, the digital market's going to prop up the physical market, which will continue to prop up the digital market. And, it's kind of, I think they both will help springboard each other, but there's just so much that is going to be built over the next year. It's going to be interesting times for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, especially when the AR glasses are released by Apple, the Apple Vision Pro, it's going to be interesting to see how people react to that, because we've talked about this for a long time. Seeing will become believing, outside of just using these digital collectibles on your phone, but being able to actually engage with them and show them in your house. And I'm very excited to see how Vivi is going to be implemented into the Apple Vision Pro. But I think that's going to really turn people's heads and get them really excited about it.
Well, you guys reposted that video of was it the football game? Watching the football game?
And sold 1450. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations.
Good job, man.
Next up, we got a really awesome item.
Ooh, Funko Charizard.
Okay, that's amazing.
Signed by that. Come on, this is great.
Actually, wait, I think I jumped that is it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we got 10 minutes left on this one.
Nice.
Is this the next one? Do we not have
This is the next one.
That is awesome.
I think the one I originally had was what got pushed out to tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's why it's 10 minutes. Yeah.
This
is a really cool collectible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. Big shout out to Simon, big member of the VV community. He's an awesome guy. We met him multiple times at both the San Diego and New York Comic-Con, and he facilitated this with Lori. So big shout out to Lori as well for helping donate this collectible.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's out of the States, so he gave it to her and said, if you ever plan on doing any giveaways or anything, make sure to give this to the community. So big shout out to Simon. He's a fantastic guy, really cool guy. Let's take a little deeper look into this collectible. It's signed on the back on the actual Funko by Al Kahn and David Yu and Dan Crothers, and also on the box as well.
Yeah.
Double signed by Al.
Yeah.
Double signed by Al.
Double in signatures.
Yeah. And we have 8 minutes left on this one.
Yeah. So get your bids in.
Yeah. It's going to a great cause, guys. Get those bids in. Come on.
Over $100 already. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And so if somebody bought this and they wanted to get this graded and get the signatures authenticated and all that, what would be the best way for somebody to do that? I'm asking, Sean.
It's Jason. I'll let you take it.
Or Jason. One of you guys.
So that one's actually. So you said that one's graded on the Funko itself. I mean, that one's signed on the physical.
So signed on the Funko and it's signed on the box. Yeah, and it's opened. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Zoom out a little bit. I want to see where is it signed. You said it's on the back side.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the back of the head, and then on the tail.
On the back of the head and on the tail.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And also on the box.
And then on the box.
So
as well.
I don't know if we'll be able to get it graded because it has been opened. Is that correct, Jason?
So AFA, I think they paused a little bit, but AFA grades loose Star Wars action figures. And they're very, very popular. The original loose Star Wars,
very valuable.
Big lot of collectors collect those. And I think they started doing some of the like maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know that they were looking at He-Man. So for
just really specific ones so far.
Yeah. So there are a lot of companies are looking at like custom grading. And so for me, that's what I would look at from this perspective. So because you want to display the signature on the actual Funko, you don't.
You can't see it if it's in the box.
So I think like what would be cool on something like this is to either to customize it and pull the Funko out and then either flatten the box and do some kind of cool custom piece there, or have it have the box positioned, either below it, maybe beside it or something like that.
Yeah, but within the same case. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But that would be challenging because you're gonna need the probably like PSA or somebody to authenticate the signature, and then it'll be one of those where you'd have to take that and then take it to another grading company. But it would still be awesome. It'd be a cool piece. I mean, and to me, that it would be worth doing on something like this.
And if you can't get it graded, I know the AFA also does display pieces or display cases. So you could also get it displayed in a nice case. That's definitely an option, which I presume a lot of people would be excited about as well.
Yeah.
Listen, about 5 minutes left, guys. Make sure to get those bids in. Yeah.
The other possibility would be maybe to have one of the signature companies do an NG and just authenticate the autographs and then case it up, brick it up. So that could be another opportunity where you don't really, because on a piece like this, honestly, like I don't care what the grade is. I'd actually rather probably not have it graded. I'd rather just have it authenticated and have
it's more just
authenticated.
Yeah, I agree. That's very cool. It's very cool. It's very fun to see Funkos get signed and just see physical collectibles like this, like VHS tapes and all these things getting signed, and people react.
Sean, do you have your signed Funko easily accessible? That's right behind you, right?
So,
no.
I think it's over there on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Funko signed by Kevin Eastman. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Funko that
He's gonna go grab it.
the first ever NFT release for Funko on the Wax blockchain.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So it's the number one of the set. So like each one of the NFT set has a number. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it has the number one on the top right. It says, out of 999 pieces, it's the exclusive NFT release. This is the first ever, hybrid NFT digital physical Funko, and then also signed by Kevin Eastman.
Woo! That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, you guys are crushing it with the physical collectibles. You guys are going for like the best of the best, and like going and flying all over the place and getting signatures, and that's pretty amazing.
It's been really fun being able to get press passes and go to these events. It's been a blast. It's been a blast to meeting all these amazing artists who've done phenomenal work over the past 20, 30, 50 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's been a real blessing meeting everybody, especially Kevin Eastman multiple times.
I know.
Especially the last time, because we had like 3 or 4 VHS tapes. So we had him signed, and he's just the coolest guy. He was so cool.
I literally handed him a VHS to sign. He goes, "So you want me to open this?" I'm like, "No,
don't open it." Yeah. What's really cool too is seeing the reaction that people had when we pulled out VHS tapes. People really
seen them signed.
That's
and,
awesome.
That's still sealed.
Turns a lot of heads.
Because there's so much nostalgia and like pop culture value associated with these things, and I think people connect with something like a VHS for like a movie they really love more than the average person connects with a comic book. So
kind of like the Blockbuster thing. Like we went to a fan expo in SF. We got to meet the cast of Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, and Elijah Wood. We had him sign a DVD, a Blockbuster DVD, and he goes, "Is that from Blockbuster?" He even took a picture of it. He was like, "That's so cool." Just like that kind of nostalgia just play off of. It's so good.
I mean, think about how many things he signs all the time, but he'll remember specifically that. He'll always remember that.
Yeah.
And you guys cornered the market on Back to the Future sealed VHS tapes. I mean, geez,
we got a couple signs.
You guys have the only ones in existence now. All of them.
We have one that's on the way that we're going to see what it comes out as and see if it actually is sealed or not. But found somebody mislisted something on eBay. It was Back to the Future sealed, very potentially first print VHS tape that. Yeah, they listed it with like the thumbnail image or whatever, like the stock image for it. But then when you went into the listing, it had a different the actual images were sealed, and he also like marked it as like very good instead of like new. So like unless you were like going through listing, which is what I was doing, because like I know that Back to the Future tapes are valuable, and I'm always looking out for those. And I like went through listings individually to like really find one that potentially could be, somebody doesn't realize what they have, and so we'll see if we get lucky. I think it'll be delivered in the next couple of days.
Yeah, nice, perfect.
But it was $10, so worth the risk.
Yeah, I mean that also brings the conversation in about CIB. And for everyone out there, if you don't know what CIB is, it means complete in box. So like even the unsealed stuff can be really valuable. I mean, a great reference is one of the first Zelda game on Nintendo. What came out, Jason, you probably know the date it came out. It was late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there.
It was the late 80s. I don't remember the exact year.
Yeah, but I
was shocked to see that price. I was like, what?
So it's really cool, guys. Like a graded copy of that sealed has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think it sold up to $600,000-$700,000 back in 2021, 2022, around there. And then we've seen CIB, which means it's open, but it has the box and it's got the manual. It still
has all the pieces, all the components. Yeah,
they grade that too, and that is sold as high as $27,000, somewhere around there. But recently, this one really turned my head. It was just the box.
The box only.
Graded a 9.4.
Just the box.
By CGC.
Sold.
Sold 111. Hey, congratulations. That's not the right price. Not $11, but $111.
Wait, go back. What did it go for? Hold up.
What happened? What?
Wait, what? Where'd it go?
What? That's not it.
That's not it. I think it said 111. I'll double check.
106.50.
Man, somebody.
I saw 111. I saw 111.
I'm checking right now. 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
It sold for.
Why did
100? It sold for 111.50.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to whoever
Okay.
got that.
Nice.
That was a good
Man,
one.
that is a good pickup.
Yeah.
Really good pickup.
And then next, look what we got next up on the list.
Star Wars.
Star
Wars. Yeah.
And going back to the uncirculated conversation, this is also an uncirculated collectible graded by AFA. Shout out to Chad and Marcy over at AFA CGA. Amazing people over there. And this item was donated by Up Crypto.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Very cool collectible. Thanks, Jason. It's super cool. It's very, very cool. Yeah, this is a very cool piece for any Star Wars fan. It's got the iconic Star Wars #1 comic in the background. It's graded a 9, uncirculated. What a special piece. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't collect Funkos at all, hardly. I do have a few that I've picked out that are just like this, something that I can get graded. And the reason that I decided to start doing that is a couple reasons. One, Funko is just massively popular, massively.
Yeah.
I mean, Funko collectors are pretty voracious about their Funko collections.
Yeah.
And then, and a lot of those are, pulled out of the boxes and displayed and just, they're not in this type of condition.
Yeah.
The other thing that I really like about Funko is, man, they have all the highest IP on the planet.
Yep.
So it's
everything.
I got in this conversation about, Beanie Babies, and, people who don't collect, sometimes they refer back to Beanie Babies, how so many people speculated on Beanie Babies, and a lot of people just gobbled them up because they were cheap and they thought they'd be worth a lot in the future.
Yeah.
The challenge with, Beanie Babies, and they still could make a comeback. Trust me, VHS tapes have been resurrected from the dead. I mean, you could take a truckload of VHS tapes with all of them being factory sealed 10 years ago, and people would be like, I don't even want them. Somebody would say, hey, I'll give you $500 to take all these VHS tapes, and you would tell them, hell no. So the VHS market has completely resurrected from the dead. Whereas, something like Funko's, you have such amazing IP. And so like a piece like this, Star Wars, it's the, the first comic. I think that this has a lot of opportunity from, a value perspective to kind of hold value or go up if you were speculating. And the other thing is it's cool to, sit on your shelf, and, it's people who collect Funkos, people who collect Star Wars items, people that collect graded items. So it's definitely a cool piece. And if you get this, for under, so this costs, I think, somewhere in the $120 to get graded.
Wow.
Something like that. So like, these are not, and you're not going to get a 9.0, most likely. Most likely, even coming out of manufactured case, it's probably going to be an 8.5. So getting a gold is significant. And so, if it goes, for me, if it goes under even just the cost of grading, it's so worth picking up.
Yeah.
So I think somebody's going to get this for a steal.
Get those bids in.
Yeah.
38 seconds left, guys.
They probably will.
Great opportunity.
Speaking of Star Wars comics, any thoughts on the Star Wars comic that's dropping tomorrow?
Yeah. So Kev, this is actually for a good question for you. It's this Jedi comic. It's dropping tomorrow.
The Jedi. Yeah. I actually haven't read the Return of the Jedi comic before. I'm very curious about it. I mostly know more about the first Star Wars comic run than the later ones, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for it.
It's definitely a popular comic. Yeah, definitely a popular comic in terms of $66.
Why does it keep doing that?
Why does it do that? Who are you?
But I can confirm that the item sold for 66.
Was it definitely 66?
66.
Nice. Wow. Whoever got that, congrats, man.
Still.
Woo. They actually did get a good deal, because I sold one for I sold a lesser grade. I sold a silver for, I think, $250 or $290 or something like that. So,
whoever got
that,
man.
That's gosh, that's incredible.
We should have gone for that. Damn. Sean, you're frozen again, by the way.
Really?
That look on your face is great.
I know.
Can you hear my?
You're just
you're
like
giving,
dead-eyed.
You're giving us your blue steel.
Can you hear my audio at least?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you should probably leave and come back though, because you're totally frozen.
Your screen, like the eBay screen, doesn't freeze, so we can see that.
Yeah.
It's just you Cam. Oh, well.
But hey, we raised $275 so far.
Nice.
That's
That's
awesome.
Yeah,
that's a good start.
Yeah. Oh, hi, he's back.
Oh, Sean, he's back. There we go.
Next, we got up. Am I back now? You can see my face.
Yes. You're moving.
Good.
We see your jazz hands.
Yeah,
we see jazz.
Next, we got up Sleeping Comics. Big shout out to our good friend Sleeping Comics. Amazing guy and an incredible member of the VV community. He's donating this OG hat. He's donating 30-minute Zoom call.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And this Hulk 1 comic in
Nice.
2022.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, he's got some
from his personal collection.
He's got some bombs in his
he
collection.
does.
He's got some fire in his collection. That Mike Tyson, that first print Tyson. Wow.
Yeah. And when it comes to comic books, there's not many people who I've met over the past 5 to 10 years that it knows so much about comics and has a great pulse on the industry and the collectible space. I mean, this guy is just the best. So having a 30-minute Zoom call with him,
exactly, it was your chance to pick his brain about anything comic related.
Yeah. This time is very valuable.
Normally, I was gonna say normally you'd have to pay a lot more than that for somebody with this much expertise for their time. So
and make sure whoever out there wins this item, make sure to connect with us. Email us at comicsandcryptopodcast@gmail.com, and we'll make sure to facilitate that Zoom call. I'll make sure to set that up. So you can message us on Twitter or email us. We have a website now. So you can
also
contact us on there.
Message us directly through eBay too on the listing that you buy.
Yeah. So less than 2 minutes, guys. Make sure to get that bid in.
I agree, Tito. It is an exciting day.
Yeah, nice. Tito.
We're very excited about this auction. And I want to give shout out to Bill. Congrats on that land. That's a really good land.
That's awesome, dude.
That's fantastic, bud. Congrats, buddy. That's amazing.
Wow. Nice.
Damn, I kind of want to bid on this just to waste Sleepin's time for 30 minutes. just mess with him.
So, Sleepin, how you doing?
He's got to be. He's contractually obligated to be there. So we can have some fun on this Zoom call.
Contractually obligated.
So I've been learning to play the flute. I want to let you listen in on this. How am I doing?
That's awesome. Almost about a minute left, guys. So make sure you get those bid-ins. Bids in. Bid-ins.
Yeah.
Get the bid-ins. Come on, get those
bid-ins. Get the bid-ins.
One of the cool things that I love about the graded comics and the comic book collectors in general. I know a lot of folks are like, oh, comics are down. I know I've seen videos of people that are posting like the comic books are dying or the market's dying, etc. But the reality of it is when all of these and I know I drone on about the AR and mixed reality coming out, but you have to think like there are 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds that are now playing Mario games and Zelda games, and they're also watching Iron Man cartoons and Iron Man movies and Spider-Man and all of these things. Those things are not going to go anywhere for decades. 20 years from now, when those folks are like 25 years old, guess what their nostalgia is going to be? Same as yours and mine. Still Spider-Man, still Batman.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're like, okay, when are those things going to die out? Well, I think they're going to be accelerated, because think about like who's going to be your go-to characters in mixed reality and AR.
Here we go. And final bid,
$44. Sleeping, that's what your time is worth to people.
Congratulations to the winner. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sorry, I just.
I'm so with you. So Jason, I'm so with you. It's interesting because I was at a dinner recently, and there was this 8-9-year-old kid that was there, and I knew he liked Spider-Man. I was like, "You like Spider-Man? You want a photo of Spider-Man?" He said, "What do you mean?" And I showed him, He took my phone and he played with these collectibles for almost 2 hours, running around the dinner table, showing everyone at the dinner table what he was doing, and he had the best time. The best time. And he was showing me how to use the app. Like it was amazing. It was so cool to see him get excited about this, and it continues to validate where this is all going. You know, the excitement that these kids have with these collectibles, they just don't have the technology yet. But to your point, Jason, when the technology comes, and it's coming in hot.
Yeah.
And when it does come, it's coming. It's coming.
It's
when
already,
it does come.
Yeah, there's a lot of like other companies right now that are already now making sunglass ARs, like full, just regular size sunglasses. Like they're already pushing for it. They know. They know.
I mean, I don't know how you could be on the bearish front. I mean, I think about it all the time because, you know, I feel like I'm a pretty open-minded individual. I like to hear all angles of everything so I can make the best decisions. And for the life of me, I can't understand how you could potentially think that there's anything bearish on this because people are going to be like, it's just so amazing. Like, you know, that like the video that I referenced that you guys posted earlier, watching a football game on your coffee table, but it's a real football game, real life. Like I mean, that is just the most amazing thing. And it's just getting started.
Yeah. And that what you just said right at the end there, that's the thing. It's just getting started.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people sometimes think that it should already have happened and be at its peak. No, we're literally at the beginning. We're still growing. Like patience is a virtue in a lot of these.
I know it's been the recurring theme for the past 2 years, especially with the VV community, but it's so true. I mean, we're now finally starting to see the AR technology be released. And it looks amazing. It's a great start. Still has a long way to go. But until this stuff becomes accessible worldwide, affordable, that's the key thing. Affordable. When these glasses are like, you know, $100, $200, that's going to happen over the years. We're going to have new versions of these things, and they're going to be new and faster and more sleek. The battery is going to last longer than an hour.
Wait, it's coming out. It's coming out next month, right?
January or February.
January, right? Yeah.
Guys, this is an old person story, but I'll tell you, like, you know, Atari was my first console, and I remember being a little kid playing Atari. But I remember thinking, like, man, I wonder if one day these will look kind of real. I was even like, man, I wonder if these guys will ever talk. Like, it'd be cool if like I could hear like my characters talking and all that. And we obviously know what's happened since Atari's been released. And I feel like, you know, what Kevin just said, like that's where we're at with AR and mixed reality. And people are just thinking only like right now what things are going to be like. We have no idea where things will be in 2, 3, 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And also there's a minute and a half left of this collectible. It's a Need for Speed Underground 2 96 graded A seal. Very high grade for this game. Very cool collectible if you're a fan of street racing. This is an OG game. This is a great game. And big shout out to Eric Whiteback for donating this collectible. This is from his personal collection. So big shout out to Eric Whiteback. Make sure to give him a follow. I'm sure most of you all already. He has the best content, man. He's just a great guy, and I consider him a friend. But I'm a fan of his content and just him as a person. So being able a chance to own something from his personal collection is really cool, and this is a really good game.
Come on,
43 seconds.
Great too.
Yeah, great grade. Yeah, it's a really great grade.
It's a good grade. It's 9.6.
Yeah,
for an old Xbox game like that.
Yeah. It's tough to find those grades that high.
Yeah.
What year did this game come out?
2003, I think.
Oh yeah, I was about to say 4 or 3. So
right there, 2004. 2004.
Oh yeah, 2004. Yeah. I remember the first game.
We got 15 seconds, guys. Look at those last minute bids in the 35. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Push it up. Oh, 150 is getting back 150. Oh,
got it. One last bid push. What we got?
Someone came in with a sneak attack. 153.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Congrats. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Wow. That's cool.
Somebody probably grabbed that wasn't even part of the didn't know about the charity.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think it's probably pretty likely.
Nice.
Yeah, so next up we have this Topps Allen and Ginter rookie card of Victor Wembanyama. This guy he's a rookie standout this year. People speculated insane on this guy this year, and he's come out and he's done very well in the NBA. He is a massive human being. Massive human being. I gotta show you this photo. You guys are gonna be what the hell? Okay, I'll just show you this photo.
Yeah, just show it.
Just find the photo.
Don't spoil it.
talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, cool.
Do we
It's
have
a Gem
to?
10, which is nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very cool card. Very clean. Very awesome cover.
Yeah. Let's see. I admit I don't know basketball much, so.
No, but 10's good. I know that's good.
Yeah, 10 is good. 10's good. 10's not bad.
So this will give you a perspective on how big this guy is. That's it there. That's him holding a baseball.
Whoa!
Look at his fingers right there.
So small.
Yeah,
I bet he can get some massive spin on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god,
it's crazy. Yeah, massive human being.
Have you seen the picture of Aaron Judge drinking a water bottle?
No.
I guess Aaron Judge is just like a massive human being too. There's a picture of him floating around. He's got a water bottle in his hand, and it's like a mini. It looks like a little mini water bottle.
oh my god,
that's crazy. You don't really think much about that too for baseball. But yeah, that guy's incredible. He's an amazing athlete. Plays for the Yankees. Incredible athlete. Yeah, this is a really cool card. It's a very cool card. So any fan of the NBA, this is a really cool card to own for sure, especially for this player.
Yeah, that's awesome.
472.50 raised. That's great, guys. Good start.
Yeah.
Make some great progress.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We still have quite a few collectibles to go.
Yeah, exactly. So let's keep it going. Keep those bids in. Come on. Don't forget to a good cause, please.
For anybody watching right now who wants to steal, I'm looking at comps right now on eBay. This card is sold recently for over $100 in this grade. So if you can get this for under $100, you're probably getting a good deal on it. So get your bids
I think
in.
Everyone so far has been getting good deals on these bids.
Yeah, a good way to reference value, especially for these graded collectibles, you can search eBay past sales. Search eBay past sales, you get an understanding of how much these things are worth or how much they've been going for consistently on the market. So give you a good perspective on what to bid. And that goes for the future too, not just for these collectibles, but just in general for the future. Right. It's a great, yeah. And especially if you have a seller account, I'm not sure if you're able to research and use Terapeak if without a seller account. Do you know that, Jason, if you're able to?
I think you need a seller account, but it's free to make a seller account. So
yeah. It's a great strategy too, because they track up to 2 years on Terapeak. So for the past 2 years, you can see, we lost
for example, can you see my screen now?
Oh, there you go. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just showing some examples of some past sales for this card here. So
see?
Yeah. Even as old,
wow,
as recently as 167, 150, and this is just a couple weeks ago. So
we at like $50 right now.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get a really good deal on this card. So
get
your bids in.
Your bids in.
Come on, get him in. Get him in. Less than a minute left.
1 minute. Yeah, for $50 right now. Come on. You can do better.
Who's gonna snipe it?
He's gonna do it. Is it Jason? Jason, are you gonna put a bid in right now?
He's been very quiet. He's
been very quiet. I think he's plotting something right now.
You know, I've actually been. I was talking to Joe about this because he sent me a collectible that I needed to buy, if I'm just being full disclosure, not financial advice, but I am, even if I have $5, I'm putting it into like one of the cryptos. Even if it's like $10, because it's
Bitcoin has been on a tear lately. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's exciting. It's very exciting to see that. That's okay. We know all the reasons why. It's it's coming though. I mean, I'm excited for the bronze tickets to be released. We got 5 seconds. 5,
here we go.
58.
Come on.
61. Wow.
Final.
61.
61. Nope.
I think 6101, right?
I'm still bullish on Omi, like super bullish on Omi, and I'm a guy who has Omi from like maybe April, March, February of 2021. Yeah. So, I mean, I wrote it down.
Yep.
But you know what? Like, I'm still bullish on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I've been in the space long enough, and I've been in Web3 long enough and the crypto space long enough to know what is coming.
Yeah.
And you can't shake me from it. You could put me in a room with 1,000 fudders and they could all beat on me for hours, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll raise my money up and say, hey, who wants to sell their own? And just all the other cryptos that I'm in. I mean, look at what crypto's been just in the last, I mean, geez, like AVAX and IMX, and that's and they, none of those have even released any of their main stuff yet. They have not released the Kraken, and when they do, like, it's gonna be
It's totally.
This tape's really cool. Big shout out to Beckett for donating this awesome collectible.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, Gianni and Luke over at Beckett, really awesome guys. Big shout out to them for donating this fantastic Star Wars collectible, 1992 VHS. Beckett graded 8.5, A- seal. Nice. Very cool. Very cool piece.
Yeah.
Currently at $83 with about 3 minutes left.
Nice. Get those bids in.
Hey Spencer, could you actually go on to Heritage and search for the Pokemon Charizard past sales, so we can display that later? I definitely want to show that one later.
I could do that.
Yeah, that is that. So 8.5. That, I mean, that's a VHS tape that has been, who knows where that thing's been over the decades.
Yeah.
And I can't see the I can't see if they put a designation like near mint, anything like that on the label.
Well, you mean are you referring to what exactly? For Rewind or for?
Yeah, so on any of those, like on for this one particular, I can't see the label. Okay. Does it say like near mint or?
It's so A- seal. So that's basically like the same concept, near mint plus.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was going to reference. Is, you know, you have to think, like, when people are selling their, you know, factory sealed collectibles and items, a lot of them talk about like, oh, this is minty, etc. And to get something in mint is like virtually impossible. Like, nobody really has any mint items.
Yeah.
And so most of the stuff that you're going to see are probably in, you know, excellent plus condition. And then you start getting towards like a grade like this, near mint. I mean, you have to think like an item that has been sitting somewhere for decades to be in near mint condition is pretty amazing. And so you see a lot of folks collecting. They strive to have an 8.5 collection, or if you're, you know, you have deep pockets, maybe you start going more towards like a 9.0 collection. But this is like a really, really good grade. And obviously, you know, Star Wars is Star Wars, and to have, you know, a piece like that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
really this market's early. I'm preaching to the choir, but this market's super early.
Yeah.
Imagine us talking about like I don't know, comics in the 70s or the 80s and saying, oh, well, we're early in the comic book market. You know, I feel like it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, actually, when we interviewed Darren Watts, who inherited, I think it was 200,000 plus comics, something like that. It was a crazy amount of comics. And we asked him, we said, did your dad have expectations of the prices of where these things are going to go? He said, oh yeah, he had very unrealistic expectations. And those numbers have far exceeded those expectations. So he would be in shock, absolute shock where these prices would go, where we're at now. Big shout to Sleeping Comics.
What up, Sleeping?
Yo, buddy. Hey,
what's going on? I was going to say, for reference, that this tape is sold recently at this grade for $150, all the way up to like $300.
Wow!
At this grade, and even higher at higher grades.
And also everyone out there, so you know, tape. Yeah, the first first commercial release of Star Wars from 1982.
Oh, there we go. We jumped to 112.
Oh, nice. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 154.
154.
What we got?
154.98.
Nice. 154.98.
Congratulations to the buyer.
Nice. Congrats.
That's like a pretty fair sale.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, this one's cool.
I want to double check this real quick, make sure where this is top of the list. Yes, it is.
Yep. Nice.
All right.
Here we go.
Boom. That brings us up to 688.49 raised.
Let's go. Sealed VHS. Yeah.
Thank you, Slider.
Sleeping. I hope you feel better, bud. You're here in spirit.
Yeah.
You're here in spirit. Love you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Oh, good, bud. Hope you feel better.
Love you, brother.
Yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying this one right now. This is a really cool comic donated by CGC. Big shout to CGC. Everyone at the CGC team is amazing. Ashley, Matt, Sean, they're fantastic. You're all fantastic, and really appreciate your donations. And this one is a Kevin Eastman signed in holiday sketch. It's so cool. It says Cowabunga Christmas on it. That's so cool. That is so cool, guys. Oh, awesome, man.
I didn't even realize this until Sean Caffrey pointed this out, but that's supposed to be a Rudolph nose as well.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Caffrey's the head modern comic grader for CGC. We had him on a couple days ago. Awesome guy.
He's been with CGC for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. And he's graded. It's funny because I pulled out, we have a Last Ronin 10 grade. There's only 20 of those in existence. And he's like, yep, I probably graded that one. I'm like very confident I graded that one. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So he grades modern comics and also bronze. He focuses on Bronze Age and Copper Age as well, which basically like 70s, 80s, and present day.
Yeah.
So he's covering almost 3 to 4 decades of comics.
Man.
And present day is just extending out. So
wow. This is such a phenomenal.
This is awesome. I love this one.
Man.
Yeah. I was very amazed at the donations by CGC. Incredibly generous. Incredibly generous. Yeah. I'm so just absolutely floored on the generosity.
The cool thing about this too, and actually quite honestly, like all of these auctions, is the provenance. You know, a lot of times, you know, over the past decades, you didn't necessarily have some of that. But here you have it, and you're like, you know, like this was donated by this company for this purpose. And so that's, you know, that's also part of the story, which is really, really cool. And, you know, I think it just provides a lot of value above and beyond what, you know, the money that's being raised and the purchase price on these items. I think it's really just cool to be part of it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's definitely a lot more meaningful for the buyer too. Having the opportunity to buy something for such a great cause directly from the company themselves. I got this sketched and signed by Kevin Eastman, one of the most legendary comic creators. I mean, man, he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy. We actually had a chance to have Tom Waltz on the podcast recently. It's literally Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, who are the original co-creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Tom Waltz. And Tom Waltz and all three of them created The Last Ronin, which is just there's a video game coming out for The Last Ronin, which looks amazing. It's got a long lifespan ahead, and there's now a new set of turtles that are going to be in the next series that have been announced, and there's a long future for The Last Ronin series. And very excited for that franchise. And talking to Tom Waltz and the Eon Rift team, so cool, man. That is a cool company, very cool company. Keep your ears and eye out for Eon Rift. You haven't watched the interview with them, make sure to do that on our channel on YouTube. It's very impressive. Yeah, we immediately afterwards went and bought an Eon Rift. Like immediately afterwards, we're now Rifters. We're now Rifters. We're now Rifters. Yeah.
Plus, how exciting is the emerging markets that are happening with VR and AR, all the stuff we always talk about. I mean, how awesome is that to be a part of, and the opportunities for them to create all kinds of cool things and do all kinds of cool things regarding physical and digital or phygital, what they're going to be able to put out in AR. You know, it's kind of like the early days of television, or anytime a new emerging technology came out, there's just so many new possibilities. So for me, having some of this stuff is just it's a bonus on top of that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's really special. Got about 5 minutes left, guys. Make sure you get those bids in. This is a really special comic.
Yeah, this one's super cool. I mean, this is like one of a kind almost. It's literally.
There's definitely a couple of them out there. It's not the only one, but it's not the only one, but it's still very special and very sentimental for any Turtle fan, Kevin Eastman fan, holiday
Christmas fan.
Christmas. Yeah, it's just Christmas on there. No, just holidays. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, that's awesome. Big shout to Bill. That's awesome.
Nice.
And the gold,
those are really rare within the collection. I think there's only like 100 of them, I think, within the entire collection or something like that, or maybe only 50. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very cool.
Oh,
Switch. Put a little musical chairs there, Kev.
Got nice 5 Rifters. So you must have gotten a bunch of comics then from their recent drop.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So I would say, Slider, make sure you join us tomorrow night. We're going to be doing our Heritage auction coverage. We're going to be talking about all the stuff that's selling on Heritage, including our own VHSs. We have a couple really cool VHS that we're selling. So definitely join us tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have a Back to the Future 3 triple signed VHS tape signed by Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Thomas F. Wilson, who played Biff. It is such a cool piece, and we had a chance to get that signed personally by them at Fan Expo in Salt Lake City. It was a lot of fun meeting them and just hanging and just talking about the stuff, man. It was awesome because everyone out there, if you don't know, Thomas F. Wilson sold VHS tapes from his personal collection on Heritage in a collaboration with VGA, and it sold for Back to the Future. The first print tape sold for $75,000. $75,000, and there's less than 10 known sealed first print tapes in existence right now. We fully anticipate more will emerge over time, but how many? It's hard to say. I don't know.
But there might only be 20, 30 ever, and there's going to be way more people than that want that. So that means the CIB market for those first prints is going to be really, really strong because there's going to be so few first prints that are still sealed.
Exactly. When you think about it, I mean, when it comes to films, Back to the Future is one of the most iconic films in history, of course. But when you cross-reference maybe like Spider-Man, AF-15 comic, there's over 3,000 graded comics of AF-15. Your first prints, essentially first prints, right? So you cross-reference that for less than 30 in the VHS market. That is absurd.
Yeah,
that's
it's
absurd.
very low amount.
Yeah, it screams. So that's the thing, right? The beautiful sweet spot is scarcity and popularity. When you can find those two combined, you're gonna probably do very well. And again, none of this is financial advice, guys. Of course, we all know that, but yeah, it's hard not to get excited about those numbers.
And that's a great point. And I think there's so much upside in music and in movies because it doesn't matter where you are on this planet or where you were on this planet. You probably saw Back to the Future.
Yeah. That's such a sentimental film for me, and being able to go there with Spencer and Kevin and my family, who my mom is a huge Back to the Future fan. She is, and that's why it's my favorite film, is because of her. And the fact that we're able to go there and experience that together was really magical, and she got some stuff signed by them, and it was just a lot of fun. It was really special. We got a minute and a half left, guys. Make sure to get those bids in. This is all going 100% of these proceeds are going to the First Responders Children's Foundation. So make sure to get those bids in, guys. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to charity.
Specifically to the kids who are potentially struggling through this holiday time, who unfortunately have lost a parent due to the circumstances of their parents' work. And so definitely do what you can to support these kids who, especially during this holiday time, are having a really, really tough time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And the work that the First Responders Children's Foundations have done, man, it's impressive. The numbers. I mean, they helped multiple kids last year and accumulated over $1 million to get these kids into college. I think it was, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but it was a lot of kids that they got them into college. They've since 2020 they've accumulated over 750,000 toys for kids. It's so special, man. It's really cool. Sleeping Lows Back to the Future confirmed.
Hey. Was that ever in doubt?
And Tito.
Tito.
Back to the Future. It's so good.
It's
so special too. These films are so timeless, We'll come back to that. We'll put a pause on it. 15 seconds, guys. Get those bids in. This is a special piece.
10, 9, 8, 7. It's skipping. 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we got?
162.50.
162.50. Wow.
Congratulations to the
That's
buyer.
So worth it. That's so worth it.
Wow. I think that's very much worth it.
Especially with the cost of grading alone, it's
you got a great deal on that one.
And next up, we got this baby right here. There it is, guys.
There it is.
Yeah,
Look at that
there
beauty.
it is. I literally have this in my hand right now. It's going to be shipped out to the winner.
I was
I'm
like,
very excited to whoever wins this tape. Yeah. Oh!
People
Hey,
start
a truck, can run,
retracting
a truck can run over this thing. Remember?
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys able to see my screen?
Yeah. So
There we go.
sale.
So this is an 80 plus sale. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
For 425, including buyer premium.
Yeah.
Nice.
Show the 85 sale. That wasn't for 800.
Where's
search Pokemon VHS.
Charizard VHS.
Just search Pokemon VHS and then go to the highest one and it'll pop up.
Oh, where's the search? I don't know why.
Yeah, if you're a profiteer or speculator, Pokemon VHS tapes is
click the Heritage logo. Yeah, there you go. And it'll take you home.
Smart to look into.
I'm on this site a lot.
Like
you don't just put Pokemon VHS. Just put Pokemon VHS. It'll pop up.
Don't worry, it's getting there. We're almost there.
And then go to highest. The highest. You gotta go to past sales. This is. So go. Yeah, click that. There you go. Click that. Yeah.
Click right here.
And then go to highest. Nice. Hey, time's running out, Spencer. Let's go.
Is this the same one we were just looking at?
Yeah.
The data?
I saw one. Did you do highest? Yeah, that's weird because I saw one earlier. It was for 800.
Oh, we're on comics.ha.com. That might be
I don't think that matters if you hit view past sales. Got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Just currently at 386. Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's an 8.5. Is it the one?
That's an 8.5.
That one, that looks like a.
That's sold for. Yeah.
That looks like an old Costco label.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got this right here. It says right there. It says.
All right. Well, you share your screen then.
Yeah. Well, I got to log in and stuff, unfortunately, but it says right there. It's Oh.
We can't see it.
875.
875.
Yeah, 875 on June 9th, 2022. This tape sold for 875.
2022.
Yeah.
Nice.
So everyone out there, just so you know, this is as high as this tape's gone. And it was not signed by Alfred Kahn.
No. Exactly.
And it was not signed by Alfred Kahn. Yeah. The man himself who brought Pokemon into the United States. He created the name Pokemon. He helped write the song. The guy's an absolute legend and just an amazing person. So how special is that?
And he's the founder of this charity.
I was just about to say that. You're literally about to bid on an item that supports his charity.
Yep.
And that's so cool. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's a really special.
Cool,
everything about this is cool.
Yeah. This should be a home run. Come on. We got put those pants in.
I personally think 875 is a steal. Long term.
Big shout to Slider. That's awesome.
I really thank you guys for doing this for the auction. My dad was a police officer injured in the line of duty, so this is very personal to me, and it's a great thing you were doing. Thank you,
Appreciate you, Slider. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you, man. That's awesome. And Jason, you're saying, I agree. I mean, the show itself is just as iconic as the card game, and I think these tapes are going to do very, very well over time. Very well over time. So this is a really cool opportunity.
I mean, the TV show is how I got into the card game.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about the cards until I first saw the TV show. So
Well, you also have to think about like Pokemon's came over to the US. What was like 98?
No, it was earlier than that.
It was 98. Is that not right?
It had to be late. It was either 98 or 99. So you have to really like think about this in multiple angles. Like you have a VHS tape. How dead were VHS tapes in the late 90s? You know what I mean? They're already in the throes of transitioning over to DVDs. And so how many of these were produced? How many sealed ones?
Seconds, get your bits in. Here we go.
4, 7, 6, 5,
2 more.
3,
2,
1.
We got
41. Let's go. Nice sale. All right.
481.
481. Congratulations.
Congrats on that, man. That's great.
Awesome.
Wow.
Al wanted to know what his signature's worth, and now he knows.
And I think it's incredibly undervalued. So congratulations to the winner. I cannot wait.
That's an
can't
amazing
wait.
Steal.
Can't
That's
wait
right
to ship
there.
this to you. That's fantastic. Can't wait to ship this to you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
And next up, 4 minutes left. We have this 43 signature comic. This is just wow. Absolutely incredible.
Man.
Absolutely incredible. Look at this thing.
We're currently at $1,331.99 raised.
Yeah.
Thank you
Awesome
everyone
work,
for
thank you everyone.
supporting.
Thank you,
everybody. 100%. That's fantastic. Appreciate you all.
Is this our last item, or do we have
that's the last item for the day? But we'll circle back, and I'm going to mention the other items that are still being listed that are going to end tomorrow and also on Saturday.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, but man, this comic is super special. This is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I still think this is very undervalued for what it's going for right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about the signatures alone. I mean, Jim Lee's on here.
Yeah,
Jim Lee. This is a Jim Lee right here.
Yeah.
His signature is $300 by itself. I know that because I paid for his signature and waited 4.5 hours in line to get it. So,
hey, skip the line. Get a bunch of other signatures too.
Just so you know, guys, this is just
you skip a lot of lines with this.
The amount it took CGC a year to get this. These were all witnessed. This is insane.
Yeah, and they also brought this comic to London as well. They brought it from the US to London to get it signed over there, and then brought it back, and then it's been on both coasts. It's traveled all over the world. It's been touched by 43 artists plus all the people working at CGC, and it's still a 9.8.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking, still a 9.8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They probably white gloved it and the whole thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they probably have those special cases, the signature cases. They're like, just sign this little section here, so they're not touching it. Like,
that's crazy.
Very crazy. Yeah.
Plus, that thing pops. I mean, look how
it does. Oh, it's so good.
All the signatures look cool. White, a white comic. I mean,
the front and back, so awesome.
Yeah.
Even Kevin Eastman's right there.
Yep. Kevin Eastman making it back.
Yeah. And when we asked Sean about if there's any others graded, he said he remembers there was two, possibly two. We can't hold that against them, but even
he thinks at least two is what he said. Yeah.
Do these exist?
But
I mean, do you know how rare that even is?
I know that's my point. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
But he said he remembered that there's probably only two of these because he had to go through and enter each of these signatures individually into the CGC system and validate that each one was like there and correct.
Absurd. 43.
Yeah,
43 signatures.
Ooh. Man,
what a special piece. What a special piece. Yeah. I mean, just the time alone to get all these signatures. I mean, just doing it yourself would take a lot longer than a year to get this.
Guaranteed.
And a lot more than $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 too.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And what's crazy too about this comic, I mean, you look at, you go to a show and you get everything signed, you have to get it graded. And then if you want to get signed again, you got to crack the case. You got to pay for that process all over again. And you can maybe get 5-10 signatures, maybe 10 at a show. Because then you start seeing the same people. You have to go to shows that have a lot of artists that you don't have signatures from. So it's very, very difficult to do. So this is just a mind blowing. When I saw this, my mouth dropped.
Yeah,
it absolutely dropped.
All of us.
Thank you so much to CGC.
Thank you, CGC.
This is incredible.
Yeah. Remember, this is going to a good cause. It's going to the First Responders Children's Foundation. Please put your bid-ins. Come on, let's make this thing soar. Let's go.
Come on, get those bid-ins. Come on, bid-ins.
Totally agree.
Shout out.
I agree.
Yeah, I think the colors. Yeah,
the colors
really
are great.
Yeah,
and a huge shout out to CGC for doing this again.
Yeah, come on, let's get those bids in.
Somebody's gonna get a really
come on, you can do it.
This should be like a $3,000 comic.
Yeah, I know, right?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Come on!
Wow!
What?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's a jump.
Something.
That was a good last minute jump.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
183,409. Okay.
All right.
Congratulations! Cool. Wow.
Still got a great deal on that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. congratulations to the buyer.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's so
incredible.
Awesome.
Incredible.
Congratulations, Kevin.
And what's that bring our total to, Spencer?
That brings our total to, what do you guys think? Drum roll.
I'm
not good at math.
More than 500.
I'll go about 3,100.
Hey, let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. In my mind, I was hoping that we'd see at least 3,000. I'm so happy we hit that number.
Yeah.
Big thanks to everybody for getting involved in this.
Thank
that's
you
so
all.
cool.
Seriously, that's so
That's
exciting.
awesome. That's amazing. Wow. And there are still some collectibles left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little refresh. There are still these 3 awesome
Final
collectibles.
3.
We have this awesome Funko Gold Marvel Iron Man. This is the first digital with Marvel and Vivi and Funko collaboration. And it still has an unredeemed code on it.
Yeah.
It still has an unredeemed code, which is really special.
So you'll get this physical, and then you'll be able to use that code to redeem to get the actual digital on the Vivi app. And then you'll get a randomized mint number. So maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get a super low mint number.
Yeah.
And this one ends tomorrow. Big shout to Lori, Queen Vivi, for donating this collectible. Huge shout out to her. And the next one, this original painting of Magic the Gathering, this is concept art that never came to fruition of a card.
So this was supposed to be a card, but never made it.
So essentially, it's like a prototype painting. Essentially,
Yeah.
Very special piece. Very special piece.
Yes.
And this is donated by our good friend Ethan Soretsky. You're going to see him on the VHS live auction stream tomorrow. Amazing guy, such a wonderful person, and of course this Ted Lasso. So just so you all know, these 2 end tomorrow, and the last one ends on Sunday at 12:24 p.m. PST. So again, this is a really cool piece.
Yeah.
So still got a few collectibles left before the final total.
Yeah. But so far we've done great. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Thank you so much for everyone who has contributed so far and who's gotten involved in this charity event. We being able to raise over $3,000 for such an incredible charity and incredible foundation for such a good cause. It means so much to us. So thank you everyone who's gotten involved so far.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Congrats to you 3 for putting this on. Big success.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jason, for coming on.
Proceeds go foundation 100%.
100%. Every cent. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
And again, Jason, thank you for coming on, buddy, and also being a donor. I really appreciate you.
Yes.
I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss it.
Some quick announcements though before we wrap up. Tomorrow, we said this a couple times, but tomorrow we have our VHS auction on Heritage. So we're going to be covering all of the VHS auctions that are happening, but we're very excited that we have 2 of our own VHSs that are going to be up for sale. We have a triple sign Back to the Future 3 tape, which I think already has almost $500 a bid on that. So we're really psyched that people are already seeing the value in it before the auction even gets close to its ending. And then we have our Nightmare Before Christmas signed tape as well.
Yeah,
so,
it's a promo. It's a CIB promo screener signed by Chris Sarandon, who is the voice of Jack, and also Ken Page, who did the voice of Oogie Boogie. And we met them both at FanX in Salt Lake City, so we had a chance to meet them personally and talk about these tapes too. So very excited for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So please join us tomorrow at what time, Sean? At 4 p.m. PST, right?
3:30 p.m. PST is when we're going to start it. The live bidding starts at 4 p.m. PST.
Yeah.
And also we're going to announce this tomorrow too, but we're going to be doing a giveaway for the holidays.
Yeah.
Graded VHS tape. And a big shout to Rewind Grading for donating this grade. This is such
it's got the hype sticker on it. It's got the Toys R Us sticker on it.
Yeah.
It's got the foil cover. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I've been doing a lot of research on this, and this I believe is a very early print, if not possibly a first print. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at these promo stickers on the front, they usually have giveaways and dates. And the date was the VHS was released in November, and this has a January 5th, 2005 deadline. So expiration date for the
offer.
Yeah.
What year did that movie come out? What
came out November 2004.
Yeah.
04. Okay. Wow. So that's again, the transition to DVD. Because I personally haven't seen the foil cover.
Yeah.
I've got a regular cover, and I've got
cool.
Nice.
that one. So when you showed me that earlier, I was like, wow, that's awesome. I've never seen the foil on the VHS. And most of the ones that you see are DVDs because of that, because that's in that transition time. So that's That's pretty special, and you know it'll be harder to find those.
Yeah. Let's also
Yeah.
got a Toys R Us sticker on the back. I love the Toys R Us sticker. That's so cool.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It's a cool Providence. Yeah.
So we still have a couple days left for the other items until they're auctioned off. We're not going to release a final number, but I'm really happy that we passed 3,000. And thank you again for everyone for joining. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully you join us for the live stream tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And sign up for our new newsletter. Go to our website. Go to comicscrypto.io. Sign up for a newsletter. We're going to be doing an exclusive giveaway for the next one. So you need to be on the list in order to get it. So
I appreciate you all. Thanks again for joining. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye guys.